Alright guys, Tyler Tabman here with his round 10. How'd it go?
It went pretty good. I played against my buddy Chris Hentz. He's a really good guy, really great player. I'm really sad I had to play him on the bubble. I ended up winning. Game 1, I drew Factory, so in the mirror match, you just win. And then Game 2, he opened Tour Guide, Factory, and I had Maxi, and Heavy, and Avarice, and Reborn.
Wow.
I'm like, whoa, I'm going to blow this out.
Yeah.
So I Maxi, he just ends, and then I draw, and I look at my hand, it's literally Pot of Avarice, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, Fiendish Chain, Factory, Heavy.
Nice.
I don't know if I already said Heavy, but whatever it is, so I Heavy and then set Chain and pass, and then he just OTKs me after MST. I was like, damn it, if I would have had any level 3, oh yeah, it was Rat. That was my other card.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's nothing in the Grave to Reborn, I couldn't do anything, so I just passed.
Go ahead.
And then Game 3, he drew pretty bad, and I just actually beat him down with Wind Up Rabbits.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he almost came back. I ended up, he had a Zenmain's engraved, which I warninged. Oh god, he couldn't even summon that, could he? Because, I just realized that. Well, anyways, I warned the Zenmains, and he ratted next turn, and I Fiendish chained it because he was going to get his Zenmains back, which I thought. Yeah. I just realized he can't do that.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't want him to defend, so I ended up Fiendish chaining, like, just a Zenmain's play because I was just beating down with 1400s.
Yeah.
And it ended up working because he couldn't gain any momentum until it was already too late.
Right.
So I ended up winning the round.
So what does that bring you, your Swiss total?
That brings me to 8-2. So I started off 2-2, won 6 in a row. And then I think all X2s are making it. I'm not sure. Right. If they don't, I probably won't top because I have really bad tiebreakers. Yeah. But I have a decent chance of topping now, so let's see. After
Swiss is over, do you have any highlights or anything you want to go over?
Highlights? Just tempo my stroke's so good.
Yeah.
And I hope my D-fissures don't get MST'd if I play any waters.
Alright, man. Well, we'll see you hopefully in the top 32 here.
Hopefully. Later, guys.
Alright, guys. We got Joe Giorlando here after round 9 and 10. How'd you do round 9?
I won against Chamber. It was a unique little matchup. Game 1, I had the option of, like, I used 2 normal losses to summon a Lagia, and then I had 2 Guaibas in my hand, and I had the option of sending a Guaiba and maybe hoping that he doesn't Lava Golem in the main deck so I can make another guy and try and push or make a game shot on him, but he ended up Lava Golem my 2 guys, and I ended up turning the Lava Golem, but I still ended up losing that game. It was real close, and then the second game, I opened up 2 rabbits and ended up just winning really quickly. Yeah. It's time to open 2 rabbits. And then game 3 was intense. It was just, I had this awful combination of cards. Like, I had Gores, I keep it in the main because you contribute some in their Lava Golem. And sometimes you have no cards on the field and you can deal damage to them. So I just have like Snowman Eater, which I have to put in my deck because I'm not putting Dimensional Prisons in my deck. Right. I have just a real poor combination of cards. But it gets to a point where I'm able to have a face down Solemn Warning, and I have a Heavy Storm, and I activate Heavy Storm hoping that he would Jama 3Os early in the chain, and he goes, just desserts, chain of Jama 3, I chain Solemn Warning, and he had 5 back rows. So the chain link, I take 2,000, but he loses all 5 back rows. And now he has 2 cards in it, and he's like, under a Reckless Greed for a turn. So I attack for 19. He draws he doesn't draw a card. He plays Pod Duality. Obviously, he hits Reckless Greed, like the best card he could possibly hit. Right. Because he had 2 turns or something like that. And then I attack for 19 again. He like passes back to me. He has like 2 cards in it, 2 back rows or something like that. I draw another blank. Like I have like a Gores in my hand, like a Compulse, a Solemn. I just draw a Solemn Judgment. So I set my Solemn Judgment with my Compulse, and I attack for 19 for a 3rd time. Now he can finally draw. He draws and like sets some back rows and passes. I draw Tour Guide, so now it would be game because I have him at 23. I summon Tour Guide, get a guy out, go into Leviathan, try and enter my battle phase, try and attack. He Swift Scarecrows. So I'm like, all right, it's your turn. He passes back to me. I draw a Snowman Eater. I try and attack for game. He Swift Scarecrows again. So I set a Snowman Eater and pass back to him. Now at this point, he draws, sets a back row, so he has just 3 back rows right now. So I draw, and I'm like, okay, attack for game with Leviathan. Because I have him at 23, and he goes, Wabaku. And like, there's really no, like, before I enter battle phase, I didn't say I was entering battle phase, so I'm like, I'll just Solemn Judgment then. He's like, well, you didn't say before battle phase. I'm like, well, you didn't say before you enter battle phase, I'll activate Wabaku. So my interpretation is we're in battle phase. I mean, obviously you want to activate before you enter battle phase, but if he said that, I wouldn't have activated Solemn Judgment. So we call over a judge, and the judges rule that it's before the battle phase. And the judges, and then he starts to dispute life points that he's not at 23, he's actually at 42, so only 2 1900 attacks. So now all of a sudden, my 23 turns to him at 42, and the judges end up ruling that I have to Solemn Judgment his before battle phase Wabaku, and that he's at 42, not 23. Wow. Luckily, though, and this is kind of this is his fault, but he showed me the 2 cards in his back row as Just Desserts and Poison the Old Man, saying that after you summon Judgment, I'm just going to activate these cards to beat you because I'm at 36 and I'm going to go to 18.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him, my face down was Compulse and I had anything Gores. And since I'm still in my main phase 1 and he happened to show me those 2 cards, I'm down to 18, so I have 3 monsters on the field. That's exact game.
Yeah.
Or not exact game, it's if he activates it and I Compulse one, I take 1,800, that's exact game. So I'm like still in main phase 1, I tribute someone for Gores. He's like, oh, confused. And I was like, well, alright, I guess I'll use my Justice Arts for 1,000 damage. I Compulse my Saber Source to hand. So I only take 500 and then I take only 800 for Poison Immense. I'm down to 500. So 23, what I thought he was at, I attack, drops him from 42 to like 20 to whatever that is, like 15.
Yeah.
I think it should be game, but no, the judges say it's not. He draws luckily for me, he just draws Legacy of Yada and I attack for game the next turn. So like every possible thing that could have went in his favor, went in his favor in that situation. I guess it's both of our faults for not saying enter battle phase, and I guess I should be using a piece of paper, but I was like very methodical. I was like, these are each of the cards I drew after my Saber Source attacked 3 times.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And he's trying to say like, oh, I definitely switch Scarecrow to Saber Source. I'm like, why would you switch Scarecrow? A non-lethal Saber Source.
Yeah, exactly.
And then round 10, I played against Ninjas. He destroyed me game 1, and I was able to macro him out game 2. And then game 3, I opened really, really poorly. I'm like targeting like double Cabazals type hands, like with a Snowman Eater.
Oh wow!
But I ended up grinding back and coming out on top.
Nice, nice. So
8-2.
8-2. We'll see you in.
Hopefully my tiebreakers hold up, but I'm really hoping for it.
Sweet.